Taurus, born April 20th to May 20th. What can you expect for the month of August 2019? Let's tune in and find out. Wow, so I feel like you have a score to settle, and I feel like you finally get it settled. This could be anything from a work situation where maybe somebody snubbed you or passed you over or tried to pin something on you, and it just feels like it all kind of falls apart and you're vindicated. So I just feel this ability to go, yeah, I told you, right? So whatever the miscommunication was, it feels like it gets undone and you come out ahead. So this is a good thing. You know how Mercury retrograde creates these challenges for us. And now as it's going direct, things open up, communication gets cleared up. And I feel like that's where the vindication comes in. You're like, yeah, I told you. So I feel very happy and, a little bit righteous. So that's okay. All right. Let's see. For those of you that are in romantic committed relationships, let's see what's in store for you for the month of August. Okay, so time for truth. You're going to have to start to speak up, be a little clear with your partner about what you really want. I feel like you've been passive. I feel like you've allowed them to kind of run things and go wherever they wanted to go, and you kind of sit back. And now I feel a little bit like you've painted yourself in a corner, and the load or the burden is on you, and it's just like, can't do it anymore, can't take it anymore, not happening anymore. So I feel like there's some clarity around your intimate relationship with your partner this month that's going to get cleared up, that's going to get talked about, and that your feelings matter, your ideas matter. So definitely some new doors opening in intimacy and around just expectations, pressure, what you really want versus what they really want, and just kind of, having new conversations that are important to you. And it may take a minute, it may take a minute for your partner because I feel like a little bit like they're surprised. Now, to you, you may go, why could you be surprised? I've been saying this forever. Or you've been interpreting it forever, right? You've been kind of giving hints, but maybe you haven't talked about it. Or if you have talked about it, it's like they haven't wanted to hear it. So either way, everything's going to be out in the open. People are going to hear it. Your partner's going to hear it. You're going to be understood, and then you'll be able to work through it. So I don't see this as a bad thing. I feel like for you, Taurus, I feel like it's a good thing. Like it's off your chest. Like, yeah, I know what I want. I know what I need, and I'm finally saying it, and yeah, it feels good. So it's a good thing, and I feel like your partner does want to shift and honor it, because I feel like the pendulum is finally swung to your side, and they have kind of like had control all the time, and now I feel like it comes to you. And not that we want one person to have control over the other, but there's an opportunity now where it can be communicated, and honesty can happen. Okay, let's see about those of you that are single and interested in romance for August. What can happen for you, Taurus? I feel this energy of being picked. And, okay. So for some of you, it may be, this is interesting, it may be a very childlike relationship. So it can be where anything from there's a new childlike energy within you, or you meet somebody new and it's that real playful, giddy sort of child thing energy, or there's a new love in your life, like you've just adopted a baby or you've just given birth to a baby, and you're in that that lullaby stage where you just like are in love with the baby and in love with motherhood and fatherhood and that connection, right? But it brings out this childlike essence, this childlike energy. So very fun, very playful, and just easy. It's not that I see you really dating a lot of people or anything like that. I just really feel you're open and receiving to love, and it's just happening. It's just flowing. It's just coming in. So definitely the opportunity for romance is there. All there is for you to do is just kind of embrace it and not resist it. Okay, there's also on July 31st and August 1st, a new moon in Leo. And that's going to give you just this added, charisma and feeling of confidence. And it's going to give you the ability to break a little bit out of your nervous habits or your anxieties or fears around, what should I say? Should I not say? Am I being over the top? Am I not? Are my jokes stupid or not? Right? That kind of stuff, right? And so with the Leo energy, it's just, you're going to relax. Life is just going to be better this month because you just feel more like you fit in. It's easier to be in the flow. You don't have to feel all the time that you're the one who's driving the boat, or you're the one that's kind of always have to be the get in line people and do it right people, and that kind of like energy of corralling things. I feel like this month you get to be a little more carefree and confident and vocal and leader. So it's a great month. It really feels good for you guys. Okay, let's move into money. So let's look at your money, Taurus. Feels like there's actually a big payday this month. It just feels like something comes in, especially around the 15th with a full moon in Aquarius. So there may be some big payoff for you. And whether it's something you sell at auction, whether it's a court case, a house that you sell or property, or you're in somebody's will and you're getting something that way. But I feel like there's just this big lump sum of money that comes in the middle of the month. And and it's just, obviously the advice is just be wise about it. What's coming in, just be wise with it. I have a little bit of a headache with it. And part of it may be that maybe this is something that could have happened during the retrograde, and maybe you didn't read, and maybe this could even be a loan, that you took out, and you just didn't read all the fine print and like all these fees. So the expectation was I was supposed to get this, and instead it's down here. It's good, but it feels like there were just a lot of fees, or somebody's cut was taken off, and it just feels a little bit, not too happy. It's, yes, I got the money, and I'm a little bit mad that, there's something wrong with it. Like I feel like I overpaid fees, or that somebody got a cut, their cut was bigger than I expected. That sort of energy. Okay. But nothing, nonetheless, you are happy that the money comes in. So good month for money. Let's look at your health. So stomach is coming up, right? And it feels more about slowing down. It feels like it has to do with being present when you eat. And not to get ahead of yourself, not to be in a hurry while you're eating, because I feel like there's this efficiency. So I'm going to eat while I'm working, right? And then because you're not really paying attention if you're full or not, it feels like there could be some stomach issues. I'm overeating, not feeling so great, that sort of thing. I'm also feeling kind of wiped out or a little bit tired. So as we talk about food and then I'm feeling tired, be aware of symptoms that you have, right? Because you may discover that you have an allergy, right? An allergy to gluten or an allergy to wheat, or you eat and then you feel like you're really tired, or you eat and then suddenly you have stomach aches, right? So just pay attention, because I feel like there's some clues here this month around your habits, around your food, and that connect with your physical health in the body, especially the belly. All right, let's move on to anything unexpected for Taurus. So I feel like Taurus, I feel like there's this kind of like, okay, it's going to be like this, and I gotta tell them this is how it's going to be, and they actually say yes, and you're like, oh, oh, they agree with me. So I feel there's a little bit of a surprise at what you're presenting, or what you're offering, or what you're suggesting, or what you want to go demand, and the people are like, okay, why didn't you say so? So whether you're going to ask for a raise, whether you're going to go talk to your boss about somebody's performance, or the things that you're unhappy about, it just feels like they're on the other side of the table. People are listening, and they're nodding and there's agreement, and that's a little bit unexpected and shocking for you. You were expecting a little bit more of a fight or a little bit more of a pushback. But I just feel like the doors are open for you to speak up. And that brings us all the way back to where we started, which is you opening your mouth and speaking up and saying what's there. And I feel like it's going to work out. So very nice. All right, Taurus, have a wonderful month. Enjoy yourselves. It feels like this month is yours in terms of being able to speak up and have things fall your way, and for changes, and making sure that your ideas matter, your wants and desires matter, and that people are finally hearing you. So really good. All right, have a wonderful month, Taurus. I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And if you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month.